You want to know a secret? I like jasper better than agates. So today we're going to cut 15 different types of jaspers. We're going to learn a little bit about them and we're going to enjoy how jasperlicious they are. Come along. Definitely some snake skin jasper. Okay, there we have it, in the saw and ready to go. Snake skin jasper is from Western Australia. Found in the Wheelie Woolly Formation. It's a banded iron formation. And the stones in the Wheelie Woolly, wow, that's so fun to say, are approximately 2.5 billion years old, which makes snakeskin jasper one of the elders of the jasper world. This iron-rich rock formed as seams of jasperlite, a banded ironstone often containing quartz and hematite or magnetite. The jasper is named for the white striped patterns that make up the rock's bands. It's very heavy, and because of the high iron concentration, very messy to work with. It does, however, take a wonderful shine. The Wheelie Woolly is a creek and a series of springs, and in Australia's outback, the indigenous people associate it with something called a rainbow serpent. During the dream time, the rainbow serpent created creeks, rivers, lagoons, and other water sources. Here is some very cool purple and yellow mukaite. The other mukaite I have is red and yellow, so we'll cut some of this and see what it looks like. The actual scientific name for the stone is Windalia radiolariite. Radiolarians are these tiny little sea creatures, less than 1/4 millimeter long, and millions and millions of them died in ancient shallow seas, and their silicon-containing shells drifted down and blanketed the seabed, and then when the waters receded, the compacted radiolaria were cemented together even more closely by silicon-containing groundwater and colored by the various minerals that were. And the result is this highly silicified porcelainite in all the colors of the rainbow. And this is Norina jasper. Norina jasper from Australia, and I can tell just looking at this that it is going to be beautiful. All right, let's see what the Norina jasper slab looks like. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. Ah, thumbs up on this jasper. Look at that. Another gorgeous Australian jasper. Norina jasper was named after Norina Station, the name of the property on which it was mined. Norina jasper is silicified pellite, or mudstone, and is believed to be nearly 2.7 billion years old, occurring at the end of the Earth's Archean age. It has vivid colors and bright geometric patterns, making it highly desirable for lapidary use. I don't know about you, but this Norina jasper makes me want to jump up and down. Here we got a chunk of tiger iron jasper. Boy, that's heavy. See the gold in there? Isn't that pretty? This particular tiger iron comes from Australia, but the stone can also be found in Brazil, Mexico, the United Kingdom, and the Lake Superior region of the United States. It's also known as Muggle stone, apparently no relation to Harry Potter. The alternating bands are of red jasper, gray hematite, and shining gold tiger eye. Some believe it is a banded iron formation, while others suggest it's a stromatolite. However it formed, it sure is pretty. This is some Biggs jasper from the China Hollow mine, and I'm going to try to cut it on this end, because as you can see, it's got quite a lot of patterning here. And I'm gonna use my big saw and I'm gonna cut it. Biggs jasper from the China Hollow mine is a great example of why people love picture jasper so much. Occurring in various shades of brown and gray, this jasper is found near Biggs Junction along the Columbia River Gorge. The jasper was formed when mud from volcanic ash was heated and compressed between two basalt layers, forming the characteristic landscapes in the stone. This is some kind of a Waihi picture jasper. Not really sure which bed it comes out of, but maybe we'll find out once we cut it. Oahe jasper is from one of several jasper beds in western Idaho and eastern Oregon. While I don't have a conclusive identification of this piece, I'm going to tentatively say it's from the wild horse beds. Oahe jasper is famous for its light-colored desertscapes. These unique patterns started out as layers of volcanic tuff and were exposed to hydrothermal activity. The stone is very hard and takes a great polish. This is a piece of Mexican jasper that my friend Christy gave me that I'm not sure what the identification is, but we're gonna cut it and see what it looks like. Wow, that is some pretty rock. Beautiful. My best guess looking at this is that it's a serape jasper from the Chihuahua region of Mexico. Serape jasper is named after the colorful blankets for which Mexico is famous, and it's mined from the same area as Mexican crazy lace. It was once considered waste stone from the mine. Imagine that. If I'm wrong with the identification, please let me know in the comments. This gorgeous chunk is ocean jasper. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut that just to see what's inside. It's got an awful lot of orbicular formations going on there, but they're little teeny tiny orbs rather than the bigger ones, so I just want to see what's in it. Ocean jasper is another orbicular jasper. This one is from Madagascar. There's only 2 sites in the entire world where ocean jasper can be found. The first is near the village of Maravato on the northwest coast of the island. Maravato means many rocks in the local language. Since there are no roads to the site, miners use boats to collect the material during low tide. The second spot is near the village of Kabambi, slightly inland and to the northeast of the first mine. While there is evidence that the deposit was known earlier, the jasper was named and introduced to the lapidary world during the 2000 gem show by Paul Obenish and Eugene Mueller. Obenish spotted a photo of the orbicular jasper in an old encyclopedia of minerals and set off to discover the deposit. All told, there have been 8 veins of ocean jasper discovered, and it remains a very rare and expensive material. Not to mention, absolutely beautiful. And here we have a huge chunk of king cobra jasper. It's so heavy I had to put it up on the shelf because I couldn't hold it with one hand. This is going to be really interesting to see what this looks like cut. Okay, here's my ginormous piece of king cobra jasper ready to go into the saw. You can see here it's got a slightly lower spot on the rock right here. We're going to go ahead and cut right up until here, and then we'll have a smaller chunk that we can move around. This is too tall to go through the saw, but this is going to work just fine. Oh, wow, this is going to be some slab. King Cobra is a relatively new jasper on the scene, with some sources saying it showed up on the market as recently as 2010. It's mined in the Uttar Pradesh region of northern India. The orbicular jasper comes in a range of colors from creamy white to vivid red. It's named because the orbs in the stone resembled a pattern on a cobra's hood. And also, I suspect, because it sounds cool. Other orbicular jaspers include ocean jasper from Madagascar and the Morgan Hill poppy jasper from California. This particular specimen of king cobra jasper seems to have a kind of a range of hardnesses in the stone. Some of them are actually not hard at all and came washing out after I slabbed them. And others are hard like agate. So it's a pretty interesting material to work with. And as you can see, every single one of the pieces is absolutely unique. This stuff is called leopard skin jasper, and I think you'll see why when I cut it. Leopard skin jasper is named because the distinctly colored orbs in the stone reminded people of the spots on a leopard. In South America, it's also known as a jaguar stone. Leopard skin jasper can be found in Mexico, Madagascar, Australia, and Brazil, but there are smaller deposits in other parts of the world, including the United States. Leopard skin jasper is softer than some other jaspers, with a Mohs hardness of approximately 6.5. Some variations of leopard skin jasper have specific names. For instance, the Dalmatian jasper, mined in Chihuahua, Mexico, is a whitish stone with black spots. This delightful little piece is called fruit jasper. And when I purchased it, I originally thought it was from China. It may actually be from India. I just really like this. Kambaba jasper is one of my favorites. I love the colors, and frankly, I love saying Kambaba. This is a really nice piece. Kambaba jasper is from Madagascar. The green and black orbicular stone is volcanic in origin, although many websites continue to foster the claim that the irregular orbs are actually stromatolites and that the stone is a fossil, billions of years old. Scientific study doesn't support this idea. Despite the continuing controversy and misunderstanding surrounding the stones, it remains a strikingly beautiful rock. I'm picking something that has this wonderful mix of different colors in the jasper that's found on the Yellowstone River. This is what it looks like on the other side, so we'll do a few slabs and see what we get. That is very pretty. This is Imperial Jasper. I've never worked with this stuff before, but it has orbs in it, and if you cut it properly, it's really cool. So let's see what we can do. Royal Imperial Jasper, along with its sister Imperial Jasper, is from an area of Mexico about 50 miles north of Guadalajara. The material is only found on the eastern side of a steep canyon, covered with vegetation, over a 3.5-mile stretch. The Royal Imperial is formed in nodules, covered with a chalky white skin, while the Imperial Jasper is found in veins and bigger pieces. This fine porcelain jasper takes a great polish and has a high percentage of the round orbicular pattern known as egg. According to Barlow's Gems, the Royal Imperial Jasper is the best and largest deposit of egg patterning in the world. This little baby is polychrome jasper, and you can see on the end there it has lots of different colors inside, so should be really fun. Discovered in 2008 in Madagascar, geologists found this beautiful jasper while searching for the previously mentioned ocean jasper. There are 3 separate polychrome jasper mines, all close to where the ocean jasper has been found: Peninsula Jasper, Sunset Jasper, and one that has not yet been named. And finally, this is something called Idaho Sunset, and this is a new jasper coming out of Idaho. I'm really excited to show it to you because it is just super awesome. This gorgeous jasper agate is newly discovered in Idaho. Prospector Casey Sante and his son Sage discovered the deposit deep in the mountains of Idaho, far from roads and easy access. Originally, the prospectors hand-dug and packed all the material out from the hillside, making it rare and difficult to find in larger pieces. Recently, the claim owners have gotten heavier equipment into the area and are able to pull out bigger chunks. The green, red, and sometimes white flame and forest pattern is incredible in all directions. Well, that was really fun. I hope you enjoyed yourself and maybe learned something too. If you want to share in the treasures, check out my Etsy store, Katie Did Rocks. The link is in the description below. Thanks for coming along, and keep on doing.